Are you listening?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, and we got the Baltimore Princess showing up. What's up? What's up?
Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning.
What's up,
morning.
Timbo?
Not a lot. Not a lot. Just me. That's all.
Just you. We always appreciate you. I mean, come on. Such a handsome guy who serves the devil.
I just let him whisper in my ear. I don't, follow all of his advice. I'd be playing the blue decks then.
That's funny. Watch.
This for us today is by Hillbilly Dice Bags from Dark Sartopia.
Yeah.
I've heard that before.
Yeah. Let's say hello to some people in chat. We got Mrs. Hillbilly. What's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. And we got Johnny Zert. Good morning. James Willis. Ho, ho, ho. What's up? So happy that you're here. Dark. Whoop, whoop. Dark Raven. Welcome to Tortoise Park, where we got a bunch of creeps.
Yeah.
With the play on words. All right. But yes, good idea, Dark. You know, if you're looking for sweet Magic the Gathering dice bags, high quality, handmade, handcrafted, Etsy style, you can go to carnsartopia.com. And at Carnsartopia, you can find sweet dice bags like this. Super Fast Tortoise dice bag. He's showing the Dag Blag bag. $45, $5 ship can get that out to you pretty good, pretty soon. It's pretty awesome, pretty amazing. And remember, they are handcrafted. And until Valentine's Day, you can get these sweet lined vinyl dice bags for $60, getting a $15 drop off the original price for Valentine's Day. So get your Valentine a sweet vinyl dice bag. Then you can also get little sweet lapel pins, put on your hat, put on your backpack, put it anywhere you want. Like I'd put that salty pin on my hat just for the awesomeness of it. But if you're looking around $5 plus $8 shipped for certain sizes and pins, so check out carnsartopia.com for sweet Magic Gathering swag. Woo woo. And look, there is a random cat. Gotcha. Yeah. Trying to be curious. Cat's being curious. Woo. So, yay! Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing today?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to be here.
I'm excited to hear.
Yeah.
I know your life gets a little hectic, so when you get here, it means you actually have time to relax a little and just chill out with the creep crew.
Yes.
Yes. And those hangers you showed me the other day were pretty awesome. Too bad they were child-size hangers.
Indeed. I saw those and immediately thought of you. I told my wife, like, I gotta get a picture of this.
You know what you want? When you're looking for coat hangers, here's your coat hanger.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
They were slightly larger than that.
Yeah. the hangers he's showing were little green Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles hangers, and in the circle they had the faces of a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle on them. Oh. He's like, Tortoise, are you looking for hangers? I'm like, those are badass. He says, yeah, but they're not full-on hangers. They're for little kids' clothes. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm not going to do much there.
This one here is homemade.
Homemade.
Yep.
And what is that?
My mother made this.
What is that? What do you use it for?
Barbie doll clothes.
Right. Well, I was just curious because it could have been just a gag gift for fun, like a white elephant gift.
She made it for my daughter for a bunch of Barbie dolls.
That's cool. That's cool. Hell yeah. And man, so glad everybody's here today. Everybody's get to join, relax. And we have a fun topic today. I even got some dialogue or monologue, whatever you want to call it, in the private chat, which obviously you guys can't see, which I don't know why, but it's there because I want to hone in on the community, see what we get, what's going on. But that leads us to the first segment of the day, Hillbilly.
Oh, yeah, I know what it is. It is
card of the day. Combo breaker.
Whoa!
Cool.
So I saw this card. I'm like, man, I want to play this against Hillbilly. Oh, this is a fun card. I'll read it. It's called Breast Stealer's Crypt. Costs 2 generic and blue to black. Says whenever any player draws a card, he or she reveals that card. If the card is a creature card, that player pays 3 life or discards the card. Oh, I love this card. My brain thinks of reanimator decks. You have an excuse to put creatures in the graveyard? Hell yeah! This
Oh
card
man,
is
that's a good
awesome,
call.
right?
I hadn't even thought about that yet. That's I like that.
I like
Yeah.
it, but I hate it.
Right. Because you're being forced to put creatures in your graveyard, or you have to pay 3 life to keep them. Boop boop. You know what goes well with this card? Debtors Now, or the Black Virtue card from Wilds of Eldraine. Yeah. So good, so awesome, so saucy, pretty amazing. I think that is cool. Hillbilly, I'm wearing that same shirt. It's dark.
Cool.
Yeah. And for the picture of the day, Mrs. Hillbilly sent the picture of the day in. Says a coffee a day keeps the grumpy away. Keep yeah. Oh man, when I start taking that text, I think coffee's gonna be even more my best friend. Ooh. Yeah. So let's see. Won't get fooled again by the Who for song of the day. Oh, won't be fooled again by the Who for the song of the day. So if you want to go listen to the song of the day, go get Won't Get Fooled Again by the Who. By the Who. The Who. I think there's an owl in my
Don't get fooled again. James Willis is the man.
James Willis is the man. He's the myth. He's the legend. Oh man. So the topic of the day is we're building a strong community of positivity. And I actually have dialogue for this, like monologue, because there's a lot of people who are transient around the channel, who hang around, who loiter, they don't communicate, they don't talk, but so they just listen. And if they want to know what kind of community we are building a strong community of positivity here on Super Fast Tortoise. We're building up a group of tortoises in the wild. And that's what creep is. It's a bunch of tortoises in the wild hanging out together. We are a collective of people who love the game of Magic the Gathering. It doesn't mean we have to agree with WotC all the time. Our goal is to keep a good vibe in the community, keep a positive attitude, and be a safe place to hang out. We love what we do, and what we want to bring in is people who love the game. We use all our strengths and weaknesses to our advantage and try to build each other up with staying in our means. We support each other and continue to grow. The morning coffee show, the Shell Show, we accept people with diverse beliefs and backgrounds with the common goal that we want to be a light for the underdogs. We want to be a fun place to hang out, and we want to grow a channel as the community grows. If we grow fast or if we grow slowly, our main objective is to be accepting of those who just want to participate and have a place that they can feel good and good vibes and all. So let's become the better place by staying unique to our views and values. Boop boop.
Amen.
Amen. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. I love the community, says Mrs. Hillbilly. Well, so one I noticed is we don't really have a show that I don't have even a segment in my description that really describes what we're trying to build here. Because I try to accept people who come in. And by accepting people, I try to let people come on the show. People who want to hang out, who want to fill out the show, people who want to participate, because that's the best part about how this channel in general. Not to shill for myself here, but I try to let everybody participate who wants to participate. Because getting people who love being here, like Hillbilly all the time. Excuse you, Hillbilly. But like if people want to hang out all the time, people who want to jump in, participate, open up, become themselves, share their opinions. We love to do that. You know, we think having an open mind for good values and good times and good friendships is amazing. I think it's undervalued because some people grow too fast and get over their head and start treating the viewers like crap sometimes, varying on who you are. No one in mind particularly there. I'm just like, there's some bigger streamers who kind of forget where they come from.
Sure. Yeah.
I think as we grow and continue to involve the community, make commands for the community, people who join the community and want to participate in the community, make the show what it is. Hence why, as I monologue so long, that I let the show evolve as people give in suggestions, want to try out new things, want to try out different segments of the show. I'm trying to let the community build this show in a positive way, and so people can feel like they participate and affect the community here because really, people, unironically, but the word I'm searching for I can't think of, but they say all the time the best part of Magic the Gathering is the gathering, and they say it, and it becomes the idea of it becomes monotonous and banal, the way people use it. But I try to let the gathering of the people of Magic to feel like they're part of something, they get to build something, and that's the best part of the show. People get to participate and feel like they can make an effect.
Definitely. It's good to have a place to have a voice that you can share with opinions with other people that you're not going to necessarily, excuse me, that you're not necessarily going to be judged too harshly or that people are willing to listen.
Right.
That's the biggest thing too. A lot of times as a smaller content creator or just in general, depending on where you live throughout the country or where you might be, you maybe don't have those resources and you maybe don't have a place to go to talk to people, a lot of people in your area maybe.
Right.
So this kind of helps give them a voice and a place where they can share their opinions and be heard by others or maybe be enlightened by others too, even.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's the best part. Then
Yeah.
we like to keep troll free. We like to keep the negativity out. We'll be honest with you. Anybody should be honest. With something, but we try to keep everything in a positive light. And criticism will come, negative or positive. But how
Yeah.
we deal and learn from each other is how we treat that criticism.
Yeah.
And I think it's great because the best part of this community, like this community we built, like it's Balls, TCG Dude, and anybody else who shows up to the channel, they really get to make waves. I mean, look at Hillbilly; he's like the first person who's been like super committed to being here every day, right? And he's really shaped the show as it is because of his positive attitude and his desire to be part of the bigger picture here. Mm-hmm. And he also looks like a Muppet. Are you muted, Hillbilly?
Nope.
Oh, okay. You were so quiet.
I love that head shake because it's like, well, I still don't know if you're muted or not.
Right? If they made a human look like Animal from the Muppets, I think Hillbilly would be it.
That's it.
You just need a drum set in there.
One thing I was going to say about the positivity too doesn't necessarily mean that we're all going to be ecstatic or happy about every single thing that there is, but there's a way of presenting things too, and understanding that maybe you have a strong opinion about a certain topic or whatever, but it really comes down to not running down somebody else's opinion that maybe isn't the same as yours.
That is
So
very true.
yeah, I was gonna say like so we might not we might have some things that we kind of dissent about, not personally or between each other really, but understand that everybody's going to have a different opinion. and listening to somebody else's opinion that isn't the same as yours
Mhm.
can sometimes broaden your horizons if you're willing to listen to it and think about it.
Oh yeah, the positive being positive doesn't mean you're going to be positive 100% all the time.
Yeah.
We have bad days. We have emotions. We have feelings. And we support each other in those aspects. You know, if you're having a bad day, we try to lighten you up, but it doesn't mean you're just going to make a sad day be even better. Sometimes just lifts you up enough to help you carry on.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, if I ever, if my channel ever blows up to where I'm one of these big time content creators,
Mm.
there's always somebody out there bigger than me.
Yep.
And I will always look at them and say, look, your channel's bigger than mine. I'm just a small channel. Although I may not be a small channel, but in my mindset, I will always be a small channel. That
Right.
way, nothing goes to my head.
Well, it's all about perspective
Right.
because you know those numbers. If you reach 1,000 subscribers, you know there's going to be 1,000 people, you know, out there who might click on your video.
Correct.
You know, and you know it's true. You have like 345 subscribers. Doesn't mean 345 people watch your videos every morning.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. I got 555, and right now we have 4 concurrent viewers. What that means is some people check out the video later. I watch my video grow every day. Like yesterday's video got 47 views, but not all at once. People came and checked the video after it was live. You know, it's a thing we're working on is being more open and available to the public to watch, and that's why I care about the content that we have here, like how we produce the content, how we have the content, how we show the content, and how we um perform the content, meaning like how we act on stage in a way, like how we watch our words, how we don't say certain things. You know, we want people to come on and be able to enjoy the show. And, you know, you'll be surprised how many people share this show. There are people who share the show in different places. Like every month, I get a YouTube update that shows how well I did. And I get like 6 to 37 shares on a video,
Nice.
you know? So I think the Balt's probably doing it all.
Maybe half of that's me sharing it around, but you know, that's okay.
Right.
Not to pat
So,
myself on the back.
so you mean Dag Blanket had to watch what I say?
Yeah. Like it. Watch what you say. Well, you can say a swear word here and there. Who cares? Some people just get overzealous with their swear words and think it's the entire diction of their dictionary.
The entire vocabulary.
Mm.
Yeah.
Get those out there. I tend to stay away from those people.
Mm.
Dag Blanket, I try to keep mine rated G.
Rated G. I try to keep PG-13. That's a well-mixed place. This show's not meant for kids, but
Yeah,
kids can be watching the show. You know,
Right. That's why that's why the exact reason why I keep mine rated G, because you never know when the kids out there watching you.
right? Ball tunes in sometimes.
Sometimes. I'm very
Right.
impressionable. I use that blanket all the time now. It's Hillbilly's fault.
Right.
Wait a minute, you use what?
I use that blanket all the time now.
It is catchy.
That's right. All right. Sometimes I just say dang nabbit because it's easier. But thinking on positive notes, what are you know? I'm actually curious. You know, we got two of you here, 3 of us here, but 2 of you here, and Richie Dubs saying I'm playing Diablo 3 with Bob. He's been dag blagging it. Dag blagging it. I'm not looking for testimonials, but I'm like, how has your experience been with the show so far? And I'll start with the Balt on this one, and we'll move up to Hillbilly.
You know, I miss it when I'm not here, or if I don't get a chance to watch it. I try to watch it every chance I get if I can't join. So it's been like I said, a positive experience. It's given me a wider range and appreciation, not just of Tortoise and Hillbilly, but of the other folks that join in, like TCG Dude,
Mm,
Salmonella, anybody else that's been on here. It's given me a chance to um, expand my vision of magic and what's going on in the world of magic. Just
mm,
because I'm spoiled, I live in Southern California, means we have nice warm weather. Oh no, not that. It means that I've got a very expansive magic community that I can be part of locally, but you can easily become myopic in your your vision, that you just see what's around you and stuff. So seeing that other people maybe don't have the access to card shops that I have,
right.
seeing it just gives me a perspective too on how people play. Makes me want to get into spell table more so that I can see and enjoy experiences with other people from around the country and stuff. So
Uh, That'd be neat to play on spell table.
yeah, I'm working on that. I'm working on the studio even as I speak.
I know you got a lot of projects going on. So Hillbilly, question goes to you.
Okay, well, what I've got out of this show, I got, been able to get to know everybody, which is great. Been able to make friends. Been able to actually learn more about magic than what I knew. I mean, just like Commander, for
Mm-hmm.
example. Never played a Commander game before in my life until I joined this show, got in, and then you got me into Commander, which is very great, and I appreciate it because now I can play paper magic on the spell table.
Hell yeah, paper
I
magic.
love, I love paper magic. I always have loved paper magic. Love the gathering part of it and everything. Yeah, I
Mhm.
don't get to go to my LGS and play. Yeah, they do commander, but yet those commanders are EDH level commander decks, and I'll go there and I'll get my hind and hand it to me in a heartbeat.
Hey, all right.
And therefore, I enjoyed being able to play precon on spell table, which came from this show because you taught me how to play it and everything,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
plus I get a lot of knowledge here, which is very appreciated, and plus you helped me get a sponsorship through. Like I said, you
Dark
helped me
Rain.
get the sponsorship through Karn's Artopia,
Yeah.
which is great, and it's great and appreciated, and that's really all I. And the show is just part of my life, and I'll always be here. And when I
Yeah.
do miss, I feel like I've missed the whole entire day. That's what it feels like. And I hate
Mm.
missing. I hate missing a day.
Yeah, trust me. I know the feeling when I can't do the show. I feel like something's amiss, something's wrong, or I'm missing out on something. Even though I'm the one running the show, like through StreamYard. Like if I miss a day, I feel like I'm losing an opportunity to be positive and have time with my friends and extended family. Oh, that's how I feel about everybody here because everybody, like Richie Dubs is like affirmed enough as like a cousin, like you don't always talk to him, but he's always positive, always wants to hang out, always has something to say. James Willis, a really amazing person, one of the influencers in my life to stay in a positive realm of things in the community, like who has this whole rich backstory how he came from magic, you know.
I have
Uh,
I have days where I've been, down the dumps, like don't even care about streaming or nothing.
mm,
Then I'll click on one of Richie Dub's shorts, get a laugh, couple of laughs going, and then I'm good.
right. Rich
Richie
Dub's pretty
has
good.
Richie Dub has influenced me drastically.
Mm-hmm. Oh
I
yeah.
appreciate that, Richie.
So one of the motivations I did in the show for after I started it is because I wanted to bring people into my life, hence the word in the show, which was actually coined by Stasis Org. Like he came up with the idea for the in the shell part, right? But like I wanted to use that ability to bring myself out because I'm a very introverted person. I like around people. I'm full of anxiety in real life, so I wanted to use this as an escape to get out of that introvertedness. Even though I have like this persona on other people's channels, or when I do a video, I'm like MTG3. I'm over ecstatic, but that's pre-recorded. But when it comes to talking for myself, I want to be better at that. And as in the shell came out, it started bringing me out of the shell, and it started bringing people out of their shells because like for example, Tabal makes his own videos, right? He makes his own videos. He puts his heart and soul into it, but sometimes I know for sure he's had an idea for a video, and the idea has changed because the perspective on the subject would go from, oh, I didn't realize this interacted this way, but from what I learned from what we talked about, that opens a whole new outlet to add to the subject of my video.
Yes.
And that happens to me a lot too. So I'm just using you as a decoy.
Well, it happens to everybody, I think, up to a certain extent, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Hillbilly. I think one thing that could help his channel more is if he started creating like a small recorded series of some sort. You got your morning lives, and your commander games don't always go through, which is understandable. Time frame is tough for our demographic. Our demographic is for people between the ages of 30 and 65. And people in those ages are working.
Yeah.
But I think Hillbilly should do a card of the day kind of thing on his channel, just for fun. I know someone who does like a card of the day kind of thing, but Hillbilly, I think, could definitely learn if he did a card of the day video. If he, I don't know, I don't know how Streamlab works, but you just show a picture of a card and you talk about the card. You look up a card you don't know and be like, I just learned this card, and this is what it does, And
if I could interject and cut you off for just 1 second, what I would like to see Hillbilly do, we're picking on you now. Not really. What I'd like to see actually is maybe not even once a day, but like once a week. I would like to see what new card has performed for him, maybe in standard or whatever. Because again, I'm not necessarily a standard player. And so far, and this is what he kind of brought this up earlier in the week about not getting to do the pre-release or whatever, the early streaming or whatever. Like what I like best is seeing what Hillbilly or anybody in general is using as far as new cards from the new sets that overperformed in a way that like I hadn't thought about that card, or like, oh my God, I didn't even really know what that could do. The best example I could think of was, and I'm not even sure who showed it to me, but Mother Load, hit the Mother Load or whatever.
Right.
And that was a card that I saw somebody use, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is awesome. Now I just got to get 7 mana, but you do that with an Ironcrag Feat or whatever. But suddenly being able to cast that, so I'd like to see maybe like what cards are overperforming for you this week or whatever. I mean, after you've played a few challenges or what have you, that would be awesome.
That's an interesting idea. Doing a weekly show, and talking about the one card that performed the best throughout the week.
Okay.
Be like, out of the decks I built and played, this card stood out the most.
Yeah. Or maybe even play against you. That could be too. I mean, if you're me, that's like, oh my God, I can't believe they used that on me. But,
yeah. And the only reason why I'm suggesting video content, not live content, is because video content pushes more viewers for some reason. I have no clue. You should see the viewership on my MTG3 videos compared to my lives.
I think being able to watch it at their leisure sometimes, maybe that has something to do with it.
Anyways, I got to refill my coffee really quick. I'm going to put Hillbilly at the helm, and when we get back, we'll go to the next segment.
That's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
I'll probably, when I can figure that out, I'll probably end up doing that.
That sounds good. I still enjoy joining you for a challenge every now and then stuff, though, so that's always good.
I'll probably end up doing that probably on a Friday.
Yeah. That sounds good. Just out of curiosity, How many decks do you have that you're currently in rotation? Do you rotate them in and out, or you just continually add to the decks?
You can only have 100 decks on Arena. That counts every single deck you got. I mean, they don't split them up. You're allowed 100 decks. Right now I'm at 100 decks. So if I come up with a new deck, I have to delete one, then
Oh,
make a new deck.
how do you decide which ones to get rid of? Just you haven't played them in a while, or just
Uh,
older
Underperformers.
underperformers? Okay. Do you have anything to help you keep track of what your deck stats are for each
Uh,
one?
yeah, I downloaded this one app. Shoot, I can't think of the name of it. That helps me
Mm,
keep tracks of my wins.
your wins and stuff? Okay. So like GG, what was it? I don't know. I've got a couple of them that are actually on mine. I'm not even sure how some of the stuff I got downloaded on there.
I
But
know it if I heard it, but I can't think of it right offhand. Though.
yeah, I gotcha.
Woo-woo.
Oh shit, he's back. He's back. Quiet.
Dag blanket. Thought we
You know,
could take the show over.
my coffee station. Yes, my coffee station is just right over there. I heard the whole thing. You guys are talking so much back. No, I'm kidding. Oh man, no, that's some good solid advice. To Balt talking and hillbilly talking. Yeah, if you can figure out how to record, if you like, honestly, if you record, get a video, I can teach you how to set your settings for that, like your YouTube settings for your upload defaults, and you upload the video through YouTube, and those defaults will be there. I can help your searchability and SEO score. So every time you post a video, it pops up. And SEO score, I mean, more people will find it in their search engines. And trust me, I'm good. I got 30% Google search engine rating. So that's pretty solid.
Ooh.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
solid.
Working on my SEO score. Oh, wow. So this is the part of the segment where we go over the cardsutopia.com again to show you that you can find cool Magic the Gathering swag at cardsutopia.com, like this sweet Magic the Gathering dice bag, or you can use it for D&D. Who knows? Or maybe just have an assortment of dice that are just all over the house and you don't know where all of them are because the cats hid some of them. You know, put them in a bag. That would be less of an issue. And you can get this sweet Magic the Gathering Super Fast Tortoise dice bag for $45 plus $5 ship. Or for $60, you get some of these sweet lined vinyl dice bags for $60 on sale for Valentine's Day. Get your Valentine's Day a sweet dice bag from cardsutopia.com. Also with these cool lapel pins, $5 to $8 a piece. You get some sweet ones like that salty one. Yes, I love the salty one. Still need to get a salty one, but still. But where can you find this? You can find these all at cardsutopia.com.
Got one thing to say. Watch out what you say about TCG, dude. He's here.
TCG dude. Good morning, dudes. Cooking breakfast while in chat here. Yeah, TCG dude. You know how to fix your link? I for some reason, both the links I had for Tibalt and TCG Dude were going to TCG Dude's player. So I had to manually search up Tibalt's Apprentice, which is a little bit harder than I thought it was to find a certain story. But I found it. I found Dark Ritual.
Dark Ritual, that's it. Yeah.
On TCG Player and was able to fix the link. I don't know what happened.
That.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to because you guys, that's part of the positivity community. Like I'm getting to the point where I'm thinking about deleting my Card Kingdom thing, and I'm just keeping those two there. Even though I love buying from Card Kingdom, but I like buying from friends too. You know, buying from friends is like helping a local game store or a local shop.
Yes, it is.
So I get that, and yay! But thinking of stuff before we get to the next segment. I don't know who's all out there, but I want to shill a little for myself because I am still looking for this card. Doesn't have to be exactly from this set. In fact, preferably, I'd like the original printing from Rise of Eldrazi, but I don't care. Card does the same thing no matter what set it's printed in. But the only card I got that's worth value of trading right now is Gix Yawgmoth Praetor. So I want to bring that out. But
What were you looking for again? Sorry, flash that up on screen again so I can. I'm slow, so you let me write that down so I don't forget. Ulamog, Infinite Gyre. Okay,
Yeah. I have an Eldrazi deck, and I'm trying to get all the original Eldrazi's in the deck, and this is the one I'm missing.
gotcha.
Yeah. And the only card I got worth the value is this Gix Yawgmoth Praetor. He used to be when I first pulled him, he was like a $9-10 card. Now he's like $44. I'm like, why?
Oh,
And Ulamog, the Infinite Gyre, has been floating around $35-37. So I'm like, I don't care if we're getting up, whoever's getting up in the trade. I mean, that's the card I want. All right. But, anyways.
Won't overvalue.
Yeah, value.
Yep,
See.
won't overvalue.
Oh, I need to go here. I need to go here. Give me a second. Go to the where are we? I'm looking for something. I need to put an icon in there. There you go. Oh, someone's touching my heart. All right, so it is time for the next segment. And the next segment is not the movers and shakers, but soon we'll get this whole sponsorship deal settled. Well, the sponsorship's pretty much there. I just need to get the little intro made with some stuff. But we're going to the Commander deck of the game, which is brought to you by Red Cup Leather. And that'll be more sufficient when I get the command made and everything. Oh, yeah. Share screen. Someone built an enchantment deck. And here it is. You got Yenna, Red Tooth Regent. And she costs 2 generic, a green and white, legendary creature, Elf Noble, 4/4, pay 2, choose target enchantment you control that doesn't have the same name as another permanent you control. Create a token that's a copy of it, except it isn't legendary. If the token is an aura, and tap Yenna, Red Tooth Regent, and then scry 2, activate as only sorcery. Right. I only read that because I was curious about the commander. I love it, I love Voltron decks and I love enchantment decks. So when I saw this, I'm like, oh, this is gotta be exciting. So in the deck, you got Composer of Spring, which is pretty good for this kind of deck. You got Elevere, the Wild Court. We got Coltville Malamute Exemplar. We got Nyxborn Behemoth. Woohoo, this is a good command. We got Undo Spirit Dancer. Nice. And we got Tango Span Lookout. Now, it says enchantment, but there's a bunch of enchantments in this deck. We got City of Death. We got Idolized. I never seen this card. Enchant creature has whenever this creature attacks alone, it gets +X/+X until on turn, where X is the number of non-land permanents. I need a copy of this card. Oh yeah. You got 3 Blind Mice. Nice. We're not going to go through the line, but for the pump, we got All That Glitters, Ancestral Mask, Ethereal Armor. I think this deck could use another card. It costs 4 mana. I can't think of the name. It costs 4 mana. When it enters the battlefield, you draw a card for each aura you control, and it gives a creature +1/+1 for each enchantment you control. It's from the original Theros block. I can't think of it. The name. It comes with Aura of Silence, Darksteel Mutation, Grasp of Fate, Kara's Transformation, Lignify, Path to Exile, Song of the Dryads, Swords of Plowshares. Now, if it was me, instead of Lignify and instead of Darksteel Mutation, I would run Oblivion Ring and the other one that's just like it. I mean, you are running Grasp of Fate, so it's pretty solid. This deck comes with Anointed Procession for those tokens generators, Doubling Season, Arcane of Grace for tokens. Got Mondrak Glory Dominus, hello, Parallel Lives, and Sigil the Empty Throne. I love Sigil the Empty Throne. Then for ramp, oh my lord, the ramp is real in here.
Wow.
Arbor Elf, Arcane Signet, Avacyn's Pilgrim, Bear Umbra, Carpet of Flowers, Exploration. See, Exploration's a good card. Fertile Ground, Jeskai Naturalist, Mindstone, Mirari's Wake, Overgrowth, Sanctum Weaver, Celestia Signet, Smothering Ties, Soul Ring, Talisman of Unity, Utopia Sprawl, Wild Growth. Now, there's a couple cards I like that are not mana ramp, but they're fixing. They come into play and they draw you a card. They cost 2 mana. One of them's from a Ravnica set. Protection, Destiny Spinner, Ghostly Prison, Heroic Intervention, Lightning Greaves, Privileged Position. Love Privileged Position, especially in the bat deck where you can copy it with copy enchantment and stuff like that. So you give all your permanents hexproof. Hell yeah. Shield of the Oversoul, a card I had just like a copy of, just in general for half, because it was good times during that time. Sphere of Safety, Swiftfoot Boots, and Teferi's Protection. Right. We're not going to go through the lands portion, but for draw cards, we got Sister's Harvest Hand, the Tessin Champion, Esper Sentinel, Chantress's Presence, and Eidolon Blossoms. Woo woo. You got Calyx Guided by Fate. You got Legion's Quick Reflexes. And that is the entire deck. Now, I would actually run Calyx, the Planeswalker, in this deck for the removal part. I think he does good, and plus with his ultimate being a replenish effect would be awesome in this style of deck. So that is my idea of the deck. I think it's pretty good, and that has been the deck of the day.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, Tortoise got a sneeze.
That was really funny with absolutely no sound.
Bless you.
Right. Well, I don't want my scenes to be recorded on camera.
No, I got it. But it just looked really funny. Like, what is he doing? I knew the sneeze was coming, but without hearing it, it just looked so weird.
Right, TCG dude. I see that. Wild Sellers. Yes, that's what both links are coming up as. I'll do some research today on how to optimize that link. Whoop, whoop. You're good. Each link is appropriate now. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Cool.
Like TCG Dude's link will take people to TCG Dude's Wild Wizards page. Then Tabal's link will take people to Dark Rituals page.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. It's progression. Try to get those cells in. You know, I mean, it's pretty much me being able to sponsor you guys for being on the show.
Well, I certainly appreciate it for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he was trying to palm strike us all, right?
Exactly. Yeah. That was the card I was thinking of. Yes.
Oh man. But it's also been good. It's also been good. It's also been good. Oh yeah, relax and chillax. Cowbunga dudes. So I don't know if you've seen the wrestler shirt, but this is a very specific shirt. It's not my birthday, but I got this on my birthday. It says Cowbunga. Nice. It's my birthday, but I wear the shirt because the turtles look awesome. I love the old-fashioned Ninja Turtles. Like when it comes to other turtles they come out with, like the Nickelodeon version of the 3D animation one, didn't care for them. Don't like the newer looking turtles. If they're the 80s looking turtles, I love the artwork. That's why those hangers are so cool. Now,
yeah, that's why I thought you'd like them.
Where did you find those at, anyways? Like at a Walmart?
Like 99-cent store or Dollar Tree or something like that. I was trying to see if I could find that image for you so you could. I don't know how you would put that up though.
Oh, the image. Give me a second. If you want to share that, I know where to go. Go here. Go to boop. We can just share the page. StreamYard. Ooh. There you go.
Oh. That's my tortoise face. Tortoise needs to see this face.
That's pretty cool. Like that's ridiculously cool. If those were like regular hanger sizes.
Oh, I just bought them and sent them to you for sure. If those were full size hangers, I'd have got that for you.
That'd been awesome. But yeah, they're cool. I mean, I love the quirk for sure. Oh man, that's funny.
You know, as a side note, that is actually what got me into watching you and your channel. Mm-hmm. Was you did a thrift store finds.
Yeah.
So where you did your what did you get that day? You got a Link backpack or whatever, a Zelda like backpack or whatever. and you were showing off half a dozen. Yep, there you go. You were showing
Yeah.
off half a dozen different things that you got or whatever.
It was
I'm like, oh,
actually
this is my kind of dude.
yeah, it's the Goodwill bins actually.
Mm.
Goodwill outlet store where they basically
Yep.
throw everything in little bins and you get a dumpster dive for them basically. And
Yeah.
this is actually a old Game Boy holder for like one of the older Game Boy generations with game cartridges here. But yeah, like other than like some weird stamping here, this is in great condition and I love it. And I'm still trying to find a place to put it on my shelf. But yeah, we love thrifting when we can. And like if you've never been to a Goodwill outlet store, so you know Goodwill is a thrift store, right? But now there's a good outlet store. They're called outlet stores, but people call them by slang the bins because they have these huge bins and they just toss everything in there. Now you're gonna find lots of garbage basically in these, but there's always something valuable. You can find old VHSs, you can find sometimes in good condition CDs. Books are like 50 cents to $1 a piece, varying on the soft cover and hardcover. You can find clothes, you can find amazing things. In fact, I found the original Blu-ray version of all the 3 Jurassic Park movies.
Oh wow.
Really good condition, in a good case at the Goodwill bins.
Cool.
You're not always going to find treasure there, but we used to flip stuff on eBay, and that's why we went there a lot more often back in the day. We used to find trash and sell the treasure, and that's where that came up.
Nice. Well, like I said, that was one of your first videos I came across. Just happened to roll by and see that, and I've been part of the creep ever since, pretty much.
Oh yeah, that's a good video to jump in on because I even still got that Jigglypuff doll that I showed off in the thumbnail.
Nice.
Yeah, the next time we ever go thrift shopping and we get a haul like that, I'll definitely do another video because I just love doing that. That link thing was just amazing, and I have a little dinosaur. That little dinosaur doll, I still have that too. I don't know. I like dolls. I don't cuddle with dolls, but I like dolls and I like setting them up.
Don't let him lie to you. He does cuddle with him.
I got enough cats to cuddle with, but like I got I got a Littlefoot doll we found at a estate sale, like a Littlefoot from Land Before Time.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got a Five Goes West doll that's a little trashed now, but it's still good condition. Like the eyes kind of scratch that I got at Goodwill. So I like finding nostalgic looking things,
Yeah,
nostalgic things. Hell yeah. But that brings us to the next segment of the day. You know what time of day it is.
Oh yeah, it is time for the
Movers and shakers. Movers and shakers.
What?
Top 5 cards going up in standard. We got Sparrow's Headquarters going up to $18 at 6%. Mondrak Glory Dominus up $41 plus 1%. Man, the card's gone up since I first. Hell yeah. It's in my Chapman deck. Plus 14%, $4.20. I got Venerated Rot Priest, which is a solid card. March of the Swirling Mist. Yeah, that card. Plus 12%, $3.60. March of the Swirling Mist. And Virtual Loyalty going up $21.02 plus 2%. Yep, woo. Yay. Cards going down right now. 94.17 down 1%. So just chilling. Children of the Apocalypse. That's just too much for a standard card. But it's seen playing multiple formats. That's why it's so worth the money. You got Tashana's Tiebinder at $15.48 plus 3%. Hell yeah. Hillbilly, I believe, is getting a copy of that from me. So hell yeah. -4. Oh, and I got one for trade too. Another one for trade if someone wants it. Down 4%. Mirex now $9.31. Base Ju Herders $41.19. I can't believe that land's worth so much money. It must be in so many formats. Professional Facebreaker down to $6.50. Woo boo. Down 6%.
Can we take a look at Stalker over there?
Stalker?
Yep.
Where do you see Stalker?
It's went up to plus 17%.
Stalactite Stalker. Okay. $1.76. Stalactite Stalker. Gone up 17%. Hell yeah. That's pretty cool. All right. Hold on a second. Now for the top cards moving in modern, top 5 cards moving in modern, we got Max of the Moon, 1763 at 17%. We got Uborg Tumi Agmas at 3814, moving up 3%. Wander Wine Profits 1388 plus 13%. Greater Good to 1075 plus 8%. And Omniscience, which is a card I eventually plan on getting for my other dinosaur deck, $7.96 plus 9%. I didn't know it was so cheap. I mean, it's not cheap, but it's cheap. To me, cheap is like $3 or less. But $7, $8 is not horrible. Top going down, you got Gemstone Caverns down 6%, 51.24. Like I always say, I don't know why land's so valuable. But Cavern of Souls, the 46.11, down 4%. This card, it's gone down a little bit. It's going to creep up to the $50 mark again. Force of Negation, $47.99, down 2%. Quarter Calling to $10.94, down 8%. And Cradle Hoof Behemoth, $30, down 3%. And that, my friends, has been the Movers and Shakers.
Cool.
Ooh. If Stacy Orb was here, I'd cover legacy cards, but I try to keep it good. Cool. Try to keep it casual. Yeah.
Yep.
I think it's pretty cool. Isn't it right, DeBalt? You love the
Yes.
Movers and Shakers.
I love them. I love seeing those things go up and down.
Yeah, I do too.
Well, I like what's interesting. After the first couple of weeks of actually doing the Movers and Shakers,
Mm-hmm.
my perspective, because I never thought about doing it before. This is actually an idea by Coach's Magic, and there's been a couple conversations where we'd see a card, and we'd be talking about a card, and I'd be like, "That's funny." Like you could like just because I saw how the ups and downs of the card move, I was able to actually give some solid input on how the card's been moving, and it gave me more of a perspective in the conversation on why the card's moving the way it was. And how it's been going up. And like some cards, when they go down, you're like, well, this card must not be overperforming. It's because the card goes up because people are buying the card to try it, but the overall card doesn't show. You know, like people I can't remember the name of the card, but the card was going up for a while. People were play testing the card. It was like the deck of the week. Then all of a sudden, it wasn't performing as well as game, so it started dropping. And I was able to tell people where it started dropping off. It was interesting how much the Mover Shakers will show you what's happening in the meta.
Right. Do you find yourself shopping for cards for your commander decks based on that, based on whether they're going up or down?
No.
No? Okay.
The way I actually shop, I used to shop for cards based on the low value. Like if
Right.
like before Wizards went on this massive reprint binge before COVID, all that jazz.
Mhm.
I'd watch cards move. I'd watch cards drop, and certain cards like for example, Crucible Worlds. I got when it was like a $10 card, like
Nice.
$10 card. And I'm like, I'll get this card because it'll go up. Then it got it, and like a couple weeks later, it went back up to $20. Then it started climbing up to $30 and $40. And apparently, Wizards like, well, this card's getting too expensive. Let's reprint it once, twice. And they reprinted it, and it dragged it to the ground. Now it's slowly creeping back up.
Yeah.
But ever since Wizards found out reprints, valuable reprints sell, they've kind of murdered my whole idea of collecting cards because I can't just buy it at the low and expect to go back up.
Right.
Like I talked about my infamous cube here. This is a whole collection of cards. I don't know if you ever seen inside this. There's
Nice.
that many cards in there. There's cards on top because I was going through cards. Anyways, this cube used to be worth like $5,000 worth of cards.
Right.
Now it's like $3,000.
Ah,
It's gone up a little bit.
right.
It used to be in the 2000s. Now it's in the 3000s.
For a split second there, I thought you were going to have to do a retina scan on it. There were so many locks and stuff on there.
Yeah. Well, they're actually somewhere I have keys for those locks, but I never really use the locks.
Nice.
But yeah. So So like that whole cube is how I've been able to evaluate the profit margins of how Magic's doing, because it used to be $5,000 cube and it dropped down to less than 2,000. Now it's climbed back up to 3,000. So when people are talking about the market dropping, I can look at that cube and be like, well, there's still value in the cards, just not as much as there used to be.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy. And thinking of such, it is time for the shill section. Hillbilly.
Alrighty. I'm going to do Commander this afternoon around 2 o'clock. But I'm also going to do another stream right after this one. And it's just going to be a little short stream. I'm going to do the spoilers. And the way we spoil the new cards that they got out from today. And they spoiled some more cards yesterday also. I'm going to go over those. And if somebody wants to join in on it with me, let me know, and I'll send you a link to join the show.
Whoop, whoop.
And,
all right.
Other than that, that's all I got to shield.
Then we get to Tybalt.
Hey, I got nothing much to show. I stripped all of my decks down off of Moxfield. Everything that I have, it's kind of sad because it broke some of my links in my video, so I got to work on that. But so I've stripped all my commander decks down from Mox Field, and am putting the most current versions up. So I've got about 5 of those up right now. I'm going through my collection of 30 some odd commander decks, and not that they're exceptional decks, but they're fun. So that's the important thing. So I am putting those up there. But if anybody wants to, you're absolutely free to subscribe to me on YouTube. And you can also find me on Instagram if you want to keep up with me on everyday type things and such. Instagram is the place to go. But it's Tybalt_apprentice there, and Tybalt's Apprentice also on YouTube. And of course, as you mentioned before, and I do appreciate it, Dark Ritual in California. That's the TCG player link, or my store.
Yeah. So his store's links in the description below. His YouTube channel link is in the chat right now if you want to click on and move over. So with Hillbilly's a good guy. Sometimes
unless he's beating you up in arena, then that's a problem.
All right. So today's agenda. Today's Wednesday. So if everything rolls out around 4:30 p.m., we're gonna have the Prime Tortoise, where Prime and I play a game of Magic together. Then later on at 8 p.m. today, we're gonna have a game of Metroid Prime live play.
Oh, you're back to doing that. Good.
Yeah. Well, so last week was just a rough week because the weather really kicked my wife from working at work.
Yeah.
And they wanted them to work. And they couldn't just let everybody off that night, because she watches for truckers on the road, and if we're struggling, they're struggling too.
For sure.
So she had to work from home, and I got my game table set up for live Commander game tonight. So I got it set up for later, but she had to use this table, and so I couldn't do all that stuff. And I couldn't play Metroid last week when she came home because she does a lot of on-call, like phone calls,
right,
to truckers, and truckers call in for help. I couldn't compete with that, especially, she's the breadwinner here, and mine's just more for fun and show, so
yeah,
important stuff. Well,
indeed.
I want to thank everybody in chat for joining today. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being amazing. Thank you, James Willis, TC Dude, Rich Dubs, Dark Raven, Johnny, James Willis, everybody who stopped by. Thank you very much. You guys make the channel what it is. Thank you to Balt for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Hell yeah. And thank you, Billy, for being here today.
Anytime, every time.
And everybody out there, don't forget to... What? You want to say something?
Yeah, I just enjoyed being here.
Hell yeah. Well, enjoy everybody being here.
Shockwave! What is your command, Megatron?
Subscribe for Magic the Gathering and other content for evil fun.
Fear not, Megatron. Cybertron shall